Yippee yippee oh websites. Whippy yippee oh showdown. It's a Wednesday website showdown, showdown, showdown. Wednesday website showdown. It's what we're gonna do. Hey everybody, thought I'd make it a little more, even a little more cowboy, but like in a silly way. So if you are a web person, you might know that Beyonce was sued because her site was not accessible. So today we're going to have a showdown between Beyonce and Mary J. Blige. So here we have the proof. It was 2019. Beyonce was sued because her website was not accessible for blind people. So I have a friend who's blind, and it's amazing how he navigates, because what he does every time there's an image, he uses the alt tag, and his little reader will say, there is a picture of a woman sitting on a bench, right? But without that, there's no way he could navigate a lot of sites. So the same way that Safeway has to make their site accessible, not their site, also their site, but they have to make their physical place of business accessible for people with disabilities. Same thing applies to your website, her website, everybody's website. So here we go. Beyonce, her website right now looks a little whack. It's a bunch of pictures of like famous people as children. It's so really freaking cute, right? So let's go through and evaluate what's going on with her website. Oh, shoot. I forgot. You can't close that window. Oh my goodness. We got to do it again. B-E-Y, Beyonce. But now I can show you guys how you can set this up for yourself, right? So what you do is you install an extension, and it's called Accessibility Insights for Web. That's it. And we're just going to do a fast pass for Beyonce. So here we are. We're not going to look at Mary J yet. It looks like according to this, there's only 2 failures on the fast pass. Number 1 is there are multiple static. Okay, so here you have an ID with a type attached to it. That's too many things. If you are a web developer, you know that's piling things upon things that aren't supposed to go together. And so there's only 2 in here. Okay, so that's great. The other thing that we looked at was this. It's another evaluating tool. It goes in web developer tools. Sorry, Beyonce, it's not that great. It's not that great. I noticed as I was looking through here, there's a little thing at the bottom. There's no, although for accessibility, bomb, right? That's pretty good. She does have some problems, like you'll see there's no H1 tag, I think, here, which is like your main headline that Google uses to evaluate your website. And also, she's a little slow on time to interactive. This is just like, so Lighthouse is an amazing, like just plain old SEO tool, but you see it breaks out accessibility. And guys, like, accessibility is one thing that nobody thinks about that's really important, especially if you're an online business, because almost nobody does it right. And if you're in a business, if the bigger your business is, the more at risk you are. So yeah, we're going to say, we're just looking at accessibility today. So Beyonce is a score of 91. What is the problem? She uses a tab index, which is a little weird. Okay, so that's Beyonce. Let's go to Mary J. Mary J, who has never been sued. There she is, looking swank. Here is her. I'm going to pull it out big so you guys can see it. She has 22 failed instances here, right? Yeah, again, it's like she has a background image with the class, and that's all under an ID. That's a little weird. Sorry, I'm getting super geeky here, guys. At any rate, not looking so great, Mary J. Let's see what the wave extension says. Oh, 93. What? So let me pull up Beyonce again. Mary J. beats Beyonce, but by a nose, right? Although as far as performance, Beyonce, sorry, 48 out of 100. But SEO, Beyonce wins. So who wins? You be the judge. You're looking at these numbers, right? I don't know, best practices should count. That's just like a standard. But if we have an all-in-all score here, I'm going to say Mary J. Blige wins, but I want you to vote and tell me who you think wins here on having the most well-done website. And for purposes of accessibility, they've both won, right? So anything over 90% in accessibility, that's spot on, awesome. But if you have a website, I really, really recommend you do an accessibility check. Make sure, and the main way that you can fail at accessibility is having pictures that do not have alt tags on them. Alt sounds like alternative, ALT, and that's where you put like a little description or something of what the picture is. Without it, people who are blind or visually impaired using screen readers cannot understand anything about the images on your website. So yeah, let me know who you think the winner was. And thanks for joining me for Website Wednesday Showdown. And I'm going to say it's Mary J. I'm sorry, Beyonce. I love ya. I love ya. But Mary J did it better. But if you guys disagree, let me know. And thanks for joining us. Take care.